Good morning, my friends. Welcome to the podcast live stream. Happy April Fool's Day. I wish I was better. I have no clue where April Fools came from. But I struggle celebrating holidays in period. Because, do you know why?
No.
Because when it comes to certain days, there has to be planning in advance.
Yes.
So as I reflect on not being good at celebrating certain things on days, I realize that I'm probably not a very good planner. Like sometimes I'm a good planner, but when it comes to days or celebrations, I'm not a good planner. Like I believe we've missed like Easter, like not going to Easter like services, but like Easter morning. Remember once it was 3 a.m. and we had to go to Shoppers to get chocolate. Not that that's celebrating Easter, but it's still like you still have to plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like Thanksgiving, you have to actually plan a turkey dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I find that hard. That is my struggle. So
is it hard, or you just someone else has always done it, and so you just don't?
But that would make it hard because I don't know how to do it. Well, it's not that I don't know how. I feel like I'm digging myself into a hole right now, into a trap. I'm backing into the trap of having to plan a whole bunch of holidays. Maybe I don't have the appreciation of big gatherings and doing all the work for all those people.
It is a conversation that I'd like to have sometime, not on live stream video, but
but you were really backing me into the trap.
No,
really
I'm just gonna listen.
So all that to be said, I don't have a plan for April Fool's Day. There is no plan for April Fool's Day, and not that I ever have had a plan.
No.
But
do you typically on April Fool's Day you often wish you had a plan? You want to be that guy. You want to be that jokester.
Probably because guy. Like a little bit, but not out of.
Instead, you just settle for scaring people at every opportunity their entire lives.
I enjoy that. Yeah.
How about we just move the scaring to only on day. April 1st?
Okay, so I would have to plan that.
No, you don't plan when you scare people. You just scare them.
Okay, but if I had to save it all up for one day, then I would probably have to plan that, and then we could. That's a good idea. But then it's just secluded to you. And it's like my April Fool's Day can't revolve around just you.
Oh, it probably would.
Okay, well, maybe there we go. We're set for next April Fool's Day.
You're just gonna scare me.
I'm going to gather up all of my April fooling to you throughout the year, and I'm going to save it for one day, and it's going to be an extravagant show of my love and affection.
I'll probably lose 10 years off my life.
The adrenaline. All right, here we go. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful April Fool's Day, April the 1st. There's no snow on the ground here in Canada, eh? There's cardinals and robins that are tweeting and chirping. And things are coming into a new season. That's a beautiful thing about Canada, is the new changing of the guard, the changing of the season. It is my worst season because of the mud and the smell and all those things. But it goes into summer, which we enjoy, and then goes into fall, my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you can't go get to fall without going through spring. All right, here we go. April 1st. Maybe.
You also can't get to fall without going through summer.
Or winter. I feel like I want to do this reading, and I'm like, the extravagant plan of April Fools would start to envelop right now. Like, in my mind, that's what I wish was happening right now. But it's not going to. Because I didn't plan anything. I wonder, where did April Fools come from? Somebody Google that. What does that say?
Contented.
Oh, the contented, well-adjusted person has no need to look for flaws in others. If in our thinking, one critical thought leads to another, the habit of making adverse judgments can grow into a major fault. Ooh, wow. Such criticism has the effect of pushing love right out of the picture. This, in turn, leads us to feel sorry for ourselves because people do not respond to us as we would like them to. I cannot change another person, and I have no right to try. What I can do is to change my own outlook on life so that I see other people's good and pleasant qualities. I can do this by living a relationship with God. Today's reminder. With the help of God, I can make my old battered world into a new shining one. I have often seen it happen for many people I have met in Al-Anon. When I see such changes, I know they can happen to me too. Quote of the day. I ask for help from God in making my little victories into big ones by living each day as well as I can for myself and for everyone I encounter. Yeah, I hit home at the beginning. So what's the qualifications of a critic? Like, Siskel and Ebert, 2 thumbs up. I feel like those guys, like the movie critics, at some level sometimes live inside of me. Like, how do they get there? But however they get there, and I think it's fear, they're induced by fear. Wherever there's fear, there's not love. And that's what it says. It throws love out the window. So when I start to critique, it turns into judgments and then it pushes love out the window, like right out of the window. And I saw, like, the picture that I got was like at a high school and you're sitting on the windowsill and I just, April Fool's Day, and I push you out the window. That's not fun. that's not good.
Not good.
So I think the critiques of, like, how do I become a critic? I don't want to become a critic. I don't want to be Siskel and Ebert given thumbs up, thumbs down, 5 stars, 1 star. And I know that I can be very critiquing. I can go into a room and go, if they did this differently. Like, and I'm not a designer at any level, but I can always make improvements to everywhere I go. And I can get stuck in that. And it leads, so if I continue to do that, the effects of that grow into judgments and can grow into major faults. Yeah, and then I'm not being led by God's love, I'm being led by fear. How do you deal, like, do you deal with criticism in your own mind?
Yeah, I think it's easy to become very critical and look at the things that could go wrong or that someone's doing could do better, and so I think that it's important for me to say this is not my responsibility. Like, I'm not in charge of this, and then just like release it and bless whatever the person's doing.
And then what I try to do is motivate that person to do different things by motivating them to feel guilty or feel self-conscious. I'm usually talking about our relationship. And if you did this better, if you did this more, if you just did that, if you set an alarm clock, if, and I can be very critical. And so what it's saying here is that I have no business leading and controlling and fixing, and that's God's job. And so I just have to do I have to do my relationship with God so that I can be in proper relationship with others and not play God.
I think it again comes back to gratitude, though. Right? Because if I'm critical, I'm not grateful for what I have.
So the solution, or the, what do you call that when you get a snake bite and there's the
remedy?
Not the remedy, but like, I'm not thinking of that word, but yeah, the remedy to critical thinking is gratitude. Very good.
Wow.
Antidote. Anti-venom. The anti-venom to criticism is gratitude. So then I can look at a person, you, and go, what am I grateful for this person in my life? Amen. May you not walk around with the spirit of Siskel and Ebert, the critics. The world needs less
That's tough
critics.
to live with.
Oh,
it's tough to live with.
It is.
I see it in myself sometimes. I see it in you sometimes. Sometimes you see it like in other relationships and you think, oh dear. But then I have to think, like, wait, do I do that? Do I do that?
It's like a
I don't wanna do
poison.
that.
Like it's like walking around with BO. And when
Mhm.
you run into somebody that's like critical of everything and everyone and
Yeah.
critical of the medical system, critical, it's draining. And so I like what you said is like how the antidote of criticism is gratitude. Very good. Good one.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to remember that today. All right, my friends, keep the peace, be of good behavior, and we will see you hopefully this weekend somewhere, sometime. Have a good one.